I like Los Angeles and I like California most of all. And if you know anything about me, you know that I detest elsewhere. That would be the rest of America, by the way. Where they point at planes when they're flying over and wonder where they're going to go. That's cool later when they land. That part of America. And because we live in LA, and this isn't America by any stretch of the imagination. This is a swirling vortex of baby-killing gay celebrity every moment of our lives here. But travel east like 18 minutes and you'll fucking find America. Whenever shit is being kicked and mullets are worn and date rape is a brewing, that's where America is, ladies and gentlemen. Because we all live here in LA, right? And yet everyone is from somewhere else, clearly. I mean, maybe. I mean, there's probably someone here from like Claremont or some fucking nonsense. And that's your emotional trauma to deal with. But mostly people come from elsewhere and they live here. And yet they insist on telling me where they're from, even though we've all come here and chosen to share the same delusion that somehow fortune will favor us and that the gods will smile down upon us here. Because Hollywood's not a city, Hollywood's an idea held simultaneously by like a million assholes. And since we're all laboring under the same illusion, why must people insist on telling me where they emanate from, whatever horrible, godforsaken Christian shithole? Do you know that there's people from the Midwest? For real, they're here amongst us. People from the Midwest have infiltrated this area code and they're walking amongst us like the living dead. They really, and yet they always tell me where they're from. People come and go, "Hey Greg, I'm from Buttermilk, Indiana." And I'll think, that's fucked. Why tell me? Why harsh my mellow? Why bring me down? I was doing nothing. And yet you've decided to drop Indiana on me. But where I'm from sucks, I'm guessing. That's why you came here, right? You moved to California from Indiana. You notice no one moves from Los Angeles to the Indiana area at any point. You don't find an LA neighborhood in the middle of Indianapolis with a bunch of people smoking bongs and playing hacky sack and shit all day and whining about shit, wearing watch caps. That doesn't happen. But where I come from, there's Jesus. We don't have Jesus here, okay? That's why we moved here, all right? We don't have BTK killers or Children of the Corn or high school basketball. We don't give a fuck. We have actual stuff here that happens. We don't... Our Lord is a Jewish guy who works at Paramount, okay? And you have to teabag him to get what you want. That's how our lives work here. We have important goals we're striving toward. I worship that man. But it's so crowded here in crowded in LA. Fucking popular, all right? That's why you can't park in LA. Fucking lots of people, they want to come here and stuff. Go to Indiana, park wherever you like, you know what I mean? Pull right up into the vacant lot next to the revival meeting with the snake chasing and the Christian molesting and whatever in the high school basketball rape tent or whatever the fuck is going on out there with fat people with giant lesbian haircuts and upside down glasses wearing Crocs and fanny packs, eating deep fried Twinkies at the state fair watching pig races and shit. Because the ultimate goal is to be so large you have to be buried in a piano case and lifted from a crane from your double-wide mobile home and then interred in some horrible consecrated piece of ground that was once a Civil War battlefield that they're pissed about because they fought the Civil War so a black guy wouldn't have to be president ever. And why share that with me? But where I live... Yeah, you're here now. Try to blend in, okay? You're aspirational. You're trying for the 213. You live in the 310. Let's move it up a notch, okay? Get a piercing. Get a tattoo. Whatever it takes. Carry an iguana on your shoulder. Have that substitute for your personality. So many people do. Start an online zine. I know. Go to Kings Road, open up your computer, and pretend to write a screenplay like every other cocksucker named Josh from your shithole. Hi, Brandon. Then maybe you shall blend in here. People are from the East Coast. I don't understand that at all. I've been to the East Coast, and wow. Are you fucking kidding me? People want to live there and shit? Like, but yeah, it's really fucking cold in the winter. And then in the summer, mosquitoes the size of B-52s drive up to you and fucking bum, 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 fuck you, and they drill into you. Like you were the Arctic Circle or something. It's horrible on the East Coast. I go to New York and people, oh, it's really cool in New York. There's K2 of garbage on every corner. Like giant Himalayas of garbage on every, and I'm almost certain in the summer they bring in urine from other cities. And I don't find the accent amusing. You know what I mean? You know, I'm from California. The first time I went to New York, I really didn't believe people talk that way. I thought it was just in the movies and shit. Then you go into a bathroom and someone goes, I don't know what the fuck Connie's fucking problem is. Like, really? You really fucking say bing, bang, 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 bang when you talk and shit? You're not gonna hit me with a sock filled with quarters, are you? You're not gonna gat me with your Roscoe when you drive up in a Duesenberg, are you? We're not gonna pull a hit. Are we Dutch Schultz? Because the vice president-elect is from Delaware. Are you kidding me? Delaware? No one lives in Delaware. Delaware's an existential dilemma. It's not a place. It's like, why am I here? Why is anyone here? That's what people in Delaware are saying every day. And dinky doesn't begin to describe it. Diminutive. It's a Hummel figure of a state. There's adhesive on one side of Delaware. That's how small Delaware is. And they're gonna be calling the shots nationally? I'm from California. Bite my ass. How about that? We have 30 million people here, the 7th biggest economy in the world. If we were a country, we'd be invading Spain every weekend. Just to show how big a swinging fucking member we have. Delaware, grow the fuck up. And what is your childhood in Delaware? Fucking tri-cornered hats and butter churns and shit? Revolutionary War reenactments and covered bridges? You have shitty weed and no Mexican food, all right? Buy an avocado, Delaware, all right? Then I'm up on you. Until then, blow me. I don't need it. If I had to grow up in Delaware, I would kill myself with a mint Milano Pepperidge Farm cookie. I would just drive it through my head into my cerebral cortex to stop the pain of being from Delaware. I had to play Atlantic City, New Jersey. Don't ever, it's like Las Vegas, but the hookers are on a pier. Possibly the ugliest group of people ever assembled in one room at Caesars in Atlantic City. More loose perms and spandex than a Cinderella reunion concert. If you are into gold flats and stirrup pants, it is on like Donkey Kong. And oh my God. And I was there when New Jersey closed. The state of New Jersey closed like 2 years ago, if you remember this. The whole state closed. They took people off the beaches. There was a tax dispute. People out of the casino. I'm playing at the casino. Now it's empty. I didn't even know you could do that. I thought the mafia had to deal with God and shit. That it stayed open 24 hours no matter what. We could be bombed into submission in glowing pools of alkali and roaches ruling the country, and they would still be open at Caesars in Atlantic City so that fat people from New Jersey could lose their child's orthodonture money in a timely manner. The place is closed, there's guards, tape up in front of the machines. Depressing doesn't begin to describe it. It was like H.P. Lovecraft's Cthulhu was like a trip to Knott's Berry Farm with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. That's how fucking depressing it was. It was like a baby's casket emporium having a sale. It was just nasty. It was like a tune played on a human bone-made banjo, just awful. So we go in and we're gonna do improv, and the place is fucking closed, and they open up the theater, and the entertainment director comes in, Guido McMafia, and goes, hey, don't mention that the casino's closed. I'm like, seriously? Don't mention the casino's closed. No one noticed when they walked through the cattle skulls and the abject misery. No one noticed the elephant dangling from the sword of Damocles in the room. There was no portents when a chicken was born with a mirror in its head, like when Cortez invaded Mexico. No one fucking noticed, right? We walk on stage and go, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. What happens in Atlantic City comes to a screeching fucking halt. Not this most sensitive, and their sensibility is not that refined in New Jersey. We're doing improv, which, as you know, next to puns, the highest form of comedy. And thank you very much. My favorite comment about improv is, why not prepare something funny? Because we're lazy. You don't get to smoke that much dope when you're doing improv. You just drink as much as you like, fucking walk on, hey, what's going on? Anyway, that wasn't funny, here's something else. So, we're doing improv in New Jersey, which is a non-starter to begin with. And I go, may we have a suggestion for an occupation? And a 75-year-old woman with a loose perm and giant upside-down gold glasses and stirrup pants and gold flats goes, cocksucker! And I was like, what a startling revelation, ma'am. That cocksucker would be an occupation that you have experienced in your life. I'm glad to know that it's a vocation where you're from. And their son is about 60, is where there goes, beaming with pride, kvelling. That's my ma! Right. Honestly, it's like Alabama with mooks. People make fun of the South, but people in the South know they're fucked up and weird. People in New Jersey think they're normal, and they really do. They wear backward baseball hats and think they're normal and shit. People in North Carolina know they're fat fucking goobers. They're proud of it and shit. Sorry, that one made me chuckle up, and of course I was there when I wrote it.